snap. Can you do it for me?
I actually physically can't do it. I don't know why.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Blue Podcast. Today we are doing our FPL teams, and I have got a star-studded lineup today. We've got Henry.
The best of the best.
We've got Lloyd back.
How are we?
And we've got our new host. How you doing?
Yo, all good.
You good?
Yeah.
Why don't you introduce yourself a little bit to everyone that doesn't know you?
So I'm Jamie. I'm studying sports journalism, and yeah, I mean, I don't know much about like English football, but I know a lot about European and South American football. So hopefully they can bring that.
Yeah. And we've got the Purple Show obviously coming back,
season,
which will actually be out.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will.
Yes, it will. You're
Yes,
right.
it will. Yes, it will.
Sorry, I'm thinking of the next thing we're going to record. Won't
Yeah.
So
So
it will have already come out.
No, the Purple Show won't have come out yet.
Oh, wait,
This-
stop confusing
Which
me.
will come out on Saturday.
Right, next Saturday. That's
It's
when the Purple Show comes
just
out.
so
Right.
about 3 days after this comes out.
Stop confusing me. Bear with
I
me.
don't even have a clue either.
Yeah.
So you'll be seeing Jamie.
A
As you can
lot
see,
more.
he's wearing an Ajax shirt, and obviously the Purple Show, as you are aware, is European, and obviously we will be covering the Eredivisie. So we've basically got someone who actually knows, other than Carlos, about their league.
But honestly,
Very
you might
well.
see me cry half the time, depending on how the season goes.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I might be in tears half the time. So we'll see how it goes. I don't want to speak too soon.
All right, perfect. Well, let's get into FPL. We've got the league. Lloyd, want to give us the code?
Oh, the
So
code.
so everyone else who's watching can
Hang
join.
on 2
Oh,
seconds.
is that what we're doing? Is it?
Yeah, it's a join.
Oh yeah, we got.
I thought it was
Yeah,
private.
we
No,
got
no,
a
no,
joint.
no, no.
We got a joint one.
Why
Hang
do
on.
you think I've been asking the editors to make a graphic for our own personal use?
I was confused to what you were asking for. I was like, okay,
Oh.
I'll just let him
Yeah.
cook.
The code is FN2T9G.
All lowercase.
Yeah.
It shall be in the comments.
Ye-
Comments?
Description.
It'll be in the description.
There we go.
And I think Holly's done a graphic.
Well, hopefully we'll put it
There'll
out
be
on
a
socials.
graphic somewhere.
Socials, yeah.
Check our Instagram, check our Twitter, check our
Yeah.
TikToks. If just and whilst you're there,
Yeah.
give them a follow as well.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because
See
we
our
will be
updates.
back from. Well, we're recording this today, but the clips should be back.
We should have clips
today.
on there as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. I'm looking at
Hopefully.
Jamie and Lloyd because they're going to be helping Kieran.
Yeah. No, I just got messages.
Me
Yeah.
today,
Yeah.
so I'm like, yeah, cool.
We'll show you that later. But
Cool.
FPL.
Let's talk FPL.
Let's talk FPL. I've got Kieran's team. I've got who's kind of joined as well. He's new member Zakir, who's been part of our social media team for a while.
Mhm.
He sent in his.
And we've got R4 as well.
we've got R4,
Potentially might have Dan's a bit later as well, depending on if
Dan's
he wakes
not
up.
working.
For the love of Christ.
Dan says
Show
come
me.
back soon to build your squad for the 2023-24 season.
Oh goodness! How's he doing that?
I don't know. Maybe he hasn't updated the app.
Maybe he needs to update the app.
Yeah.
It's a thing that I can probably fix for him, but obviously he's not here, so I can't.
Yeah. Well, has anyone got any? We won't go through the teams yet, but has anyone got any players that they think kind of price-wise and value is pretty good? I've got a few.
I'd see. I'm not great at valuing. So when I pick my team, I tend to go based on recent opposition. So I'll think of the next 3 games and I'll go, okay, who's good? Who's got a good run of games? And I'll pick teams that are going to have a few good games.
And also you pick United players.
And obviously I pick a lot of
Have
To
you
be fair,
got 3 in there?
I've got 3 in there currently.
I've only got
Last
2
season-
Chelsea players.
Last season I had 2, and I had transferred them out by week 3, maybe even week 2. I got rid of them both because they both bombed. But
I'm always quite superstitious with FPL. I do sometimes feel like, for example, I had Jackson in for a long time last season,
Yeah.
and then I took him out, and then he just bagged.
And then the Tottenham game happened.
Yeah,
You got a
he's
hat-trick.
got like loads of goals. I was like, oh. But then because that happens, I always go like, oh no, maybe if they're not in my team, they'll perform. But I've taken a gamble this season with 2 players.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, as I said before, I've never used FPL
Yeah.
in general, so I've only ever had like the Eredivisie one, and been pretty consistent.
Mm-hmm.
I actually been consistently awful, so have been a long time since I've put one of them in. But no, I just gone off kind of what I know, and
Well, in terms
Hoping
of
for the
value, I'm
best.
gonna start with a Chelsea player who I think people are sleeping on in terms of value, and that he's 6.5,
Yeah.
which is Christopher Nkunku.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mate, 6.5 for Christopher Nkunku. If he stays fit, it's a joke.
well,
That's
that's
what I
the
was gonna say.
question. Is he fit? Is he going to start
Yeah.
the season?
He's starting.
He's starting. the
Is he
season, I think.
guaranteed to start with Neto
He's-
coming in as well?
Neto will play on the wings. He plays in the centre.
Yeah, but then you've got like Dewsbury Hall as well.
I genuinely actually don't know what our starting team will be.
To be honest,
on
with
Saturday.
you've got like 12
Yeah.
starting teams.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. So
That's why I've sort of shifted.
I've
I'm not
forgotten
really-
Cuckoo played for them. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, so, like, I look through the list of just Chelsea players. I'm just scrolling and scrolling.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this
Yeah.
is too much.
There are very few Chelsea players who are guaranteed to start, and the only one that I can
yeah.
think of is Palmer.
Palmer.
You see, he got the highest rise in value cost
Yeah.
ever in FPL.
That doesn't surprise
I've
me.
got him in my team.
Yeah.
We
I've
weren't
put
expecting him
in.
to be what is basically the best player in the league
Yeah.
last season.
It's still 10.5 for if he gets the
Yeah.
same as last season, 10.5 million.
Oh,
is-
so
If you look at him
Good
and then
value.
Salah, for example,
Yeah.
Salah's 12.5.
Yeah, like
and it's like
two-
he had a
2
better
million
season
less.
last year. So
Mm.
Exactly.
Midfielders are the way to go because obviously
Yeah.
you get your wingers kind of included in the midfield,
Yeah.
and obviously lots of goals happen from wingers, especially people like Salah and Palmer.
yeah.
But obviously they're more points because it's from midfielder.
Yeah.
So
I think
I like to pack
8.5
them
for
out.
Odegaard is ridiculous. I think
That is mental.
the season Odegaard had last year.
Oh, it's so cheap.
When I saw that, I was like, you know what? Might as well
8.5.
put him in the team.
Yeah,
That
That
is
is good.
We sounded like we're on a very similar team right now.
no, even I said, like, you know what? You can't really not put him in though.
Yeah.
Like, after the season he's had, I'm kind of just going off last season
Mm.
and kind of hoping.
We have to. You kind of.
Yeah, but after the season he had was, ridiculous. So
Agreed.
Yeah.
I do have a cheap midfield option. If people want a cheap midfield option that I think will be decent.
Yeah.
I think they've got a good,
Ooh.
decent run of fixtures. Is Ibrahim Sangare is only 4.5 million, which is
Ooh,
the,
that's
I
not
believe,
bad.
that's a good
which is the
shout.
minimum it's
Yeah.
the lowest you can get. And Bournemouth, Southampton, and Wolves are the first three fixtures.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not bad.
Forest can get some points. I know he's a DM, so he's not going
Yeah.
to get many
Yeah.
goals,
I mean-
but like
Well,
there are man of the match bonuses this year, which could be mental.
That's
for him.
actually why I brought in someone from Nottingham Forest as well,
Yeah, I've got someone.
who's 1 million more.
Oh yes,
Alanga,
Oh, Alanga. Oh, I
5.5.
Right, okay.
But you've got another one there that I like even better
who's that? Kudus
from Forest, mate.
from Forest. Oh, Ola Aina,
So Ola Aina,
Yeah, 4.5.
Okay.
ex-Chelsea boy,
Chelsea. Yeah.
left back and right back, and attacking fullback who
Yeah.
can play on the
Yeah.
wings as well as a defender. There are
So that's why I've got
There are
Matty
goals.
Cash.
Matty
So I
Cash.
think a similar kind of thing where he's attacking, he
Yeah.
gets involved, gets himself in.
is
And
he
I've
still
also
classed
got
as a defender?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
still classed, and I've also got Tyreek Mitchell.
I've got
Mitchell,
Tyreek Mitchell as well.
The,
Yeah.
the end of our team
5
is very
million.
similar. What's going on?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, the end of last season, I know he was very good, and I think,
Mm.
as I said, I think attacking fullbacks are very good.
I
Yeah.
picked
think-
5 attacking fullbacks.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
All my defenders are attacking fullbacks.
That's interesting.
We've
I
got,
think
we've
I've
got
I think I've
Isaacs.
got
We've got
one.
Isaacs as
The
well.
other one I went for actually,
We've got
4.5.
Isaacs, yeah.
Okay, cool.
The other one I went for at 4.5 was Joachim Anderson
Yeah.
Ooh,
from Palace. I think he had a good end of season.
he'd be more
Yeah.
expensive had he not been a centre back.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's
if he was
the
a
thing.
midfielder, he would have been. But he was really good in the,
Yeah.
the run-in for Palace.
Yeah.
It's whether or not they keep that kind of like Palace are very much a gamble this season in terms of FPL because we don't know for sure if they're going to keep that form.
Yeah.
How they
They're
have lost
very
Elise.
low.
They've kept Eze,
Yeah.
which is I think huge for them.
Hmm.
I mean, obviously, still transfer window's not over.
No,
Yeah.
no.
So I mean,
I
it
mean, they
could-
have lost
I hope
Elise
not.
though. That's
Yeah,
that's
Elise is the big
the
one.
key thing is they've lost Elise.
Yeah.
About time we
Um,
signed someone. Not bought anyone, have we?
No.
Oh, yeah, you got
you're-
rejected by Zubamendi. He
Yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah,
but-
Zubamendi was
You're
like,
going to get the keeper from Valencia, surely.
Yeah, hopefully
Yeah,
so.
who's going to go on loan to
I
Bournemouth?
think.
Yeah, he's
But
got. Yeah.
at the end of the day, I think if Alisson leaves in 2 years' time, I
Yeah.
think that's great.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, still.
He's a sick goalkeeper. Mamardashvili, I mean, you and me play FM. Like, we understand how good Mamardashvili is. Like,
Yeah.
he is sick. And he was great at the Euros as well. We all saw his
Yeah, he was
shot
great.
stopper. He's ridiculous. Mate. He's an
I'm
absolute.
trying to
Oh, he
think.
was fantastic at the Euros.
I'm trying to think, is there anyone else in this team that just seems to like be a bit different? I've got Neto, the
You got-
Bournemouth goalkeeper.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Goalkeeper is
That
a
might
weird
just be the
one.
Brazilian side in me,
Yeah.
but I do like him as a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's good, and he was pretty key to Bournemouth doing so well.
Mm.
So I think that's
my
interesting.
backup's Areola.
I've got him.
Areola
I've got him
was
in
one of
starting.
Starting.
I've got him starting.
I've got
Right.
Becca starting.
The other one I've got is Mopé.
Thing is, there are so many good goalkeepers at the moment. Like, I don't think you need to waste your money on a expensive
That's what I
goalkeeper.
was
So have
thinking.
you guys all got 2 rotating keepers,
Yeah.
or have you just gone for 1?
I've got two.
I've got two.
I've
you
got
got
two. I've got two because you
Right.
have to have two. But
I've got
I'm not
one.
Gonna, I'm going to swap.
I said you're going for like a bomb thing.
Yeah, I've gone for like £4 million. I've
See,
got
I
Jordan
just
Pickford.
think for that.
Okay.
Okay, but I just think for that extra 0.5, getting a keeper where you can bring in if, for example, Liverpool are playing City or Arsenal,
Mm.
like just just for that extra 0.5. And Ario, and like West Ham's team is
that's
good,
what,
solid.
That's what I'm banking
They
on.
are
I'm banking on
cooking
their
this
team.
It's a good
transfer
team.
window.
It's a good
They've
team.
got Crescencio Somerville, Fulkrug.
Yep.
They just got Mbuemo.
They've got a centre back.
West Ham look
Who
great.
was
They
the
just
centre
got what's his name? Todibo.
Todibo.
Yeah,
They've
that's
got
a huge
Todibo.
No, it's
signing.
two. It's Todibo and Kilman, and they
Yes.
got
And
Wan-Bissaka.
they got
Yeah.
Zuma.
Well, Zuma's going, I think.
Zuma's
Is he going?
leaving.
I thought he was
he's
going to
leaving.
Saudi.
And they brought
wasn't
Guido Rodriguez on a free from Real Betis,
Yeah.
holding
Yeah.
midfielder.
Alvarez.
I mean,
They've
Alvarez,
cooked.
Their chance
They've
winning is
cooked.
sick. I was gonna put Somerville in the team, but I just had too many midfielders, so
Yeah.
I put Mopai as a striker.
Really?
Which, yeah, I don't know. I had money remaining. I had literally 5 mil remaining. I was like, you know what? I'll just go for someone like
yeah.
him, because he's someone who, a bit like Mitrovic, where start of a season, they can just start scoring.
Yeah.
It's just a bank on it, but just
Yeah.
kind of hoping for the best.
Yeah, I've gone for 3 strikers as well.
Same here.
Who?
I mean, who's the obvious one's Watkins? Surely.
I don't
I
have
went
it.
I
with
haven't
Don't
done
have
that.
I went with Watkins.
Don't we get Watkins?
I haven't done that. I've gone for Havertz,
Oh, you're on Havertz.
and then João Pedro.
I
From,
got João
Pedro.
yeah,
Fair.
from Brighton.
Has anyone got Solanke?
No.
No.
None of you have got Dominic. I think that's a brilliant pickup. 7.5 million starting for Tottenham week in, week out. I think he's going to bang.
Does he?
Bang goals.
Yeah,
I think he
also-
will.
I think they'll rotate. I think we'll see Son up front a bit more.
Do you
And
reckon?
Richarlison
Yeah,
as well,
100%.
I
so-
don't know. You spend
Oh,
65
I don't
million on a
worry about
striker.
Son.
Surely you're going to
Oh,
start.
he will start. Yeah, he will start.
He
but
will start, but I feel like it might be a bit like a Richarlison repeat.
Do you
Yeah.
reckon?
Yeah,
don't know, I just-
unfortunately,
he seems to being the main man at
Just think he's
Bournemouth.
got clinical. This is just. But last season, like he was very, very impressive for
I think they were
Bournemouth.
better off going for someone like Watkins. I feel like you would have spent a little bit more, but I feel
Yeah,
like it's
I
a
don't
better
think-
striker.
I
to go
don't. I
for.
don't think he would have moved though, personally.
I don't, but
He's
I
not
think
performed for
fair
long
off
enough to
trying.
prove to me that he's a decent striker yet.
I think that's the thing. He had a good end of season last year, but I don't know.
He had a good season last year, but I feel like he could have done with another year. And I also I worry about Bournemouth now because we did our predictions when we had Solanke. I do worry about them now. But right, here's the question: has anybody picked Haaland?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Respect, boring.
What do you mean boring?
No.
This is
This is what make it
like-
interesting,
no,
mate.
No,
Gotta make it
No, but
interesting.
also, I said to you from I'm basing it off last season. Last season, I don't think.
It's the cost as well.
But
But,
also,
yeah.
I feel
I
like
get that.
I feel like the issue is he becomes very predictable.
Mm.
You can see in games. I'm going to take the Arsenal game for example. Was it Saliba just pocketed him the whole game, and it's like I don't know why I haven't got him in the team. Actually, I was going to put Saliba. I put my other 2 centre backs. I've got Ake and Timber.
Right.
I like
Both can
that.
play at fullback. I do like that.
Yeah, well, I think that's the thing. They can both play at fullback, but they can both play centre
Thing is,
back.
I'm not sure Ake starts enough,
No.
He starts more
especially
than
with
you think he
Cavadia,
does.
who I've
I know
got.
it's interesting now with Calafiori coming in. Is Timber going to be starting?
Mm.
I think Timber will start. I still think he'll start.
Yeah.
Who's your back
potentially.
four then for Arsenal then?
I'd say Ben White,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
then I'd say Saliba, Gabriel, and then probably Timber.
You think Calafiori is benched?
I think to start the season, yes, just because
But
he's.
Timber's been out all season.
I know, but when he's played, he's been ridiculous. Like
The only-
pre-season and.
The only way you make it work is having Saliba and Timber.
But
at
also the
centre-back.
thing with Timber is Timber can go into midfield as well. Arsenal have been needing a
Yeah.
midfielder, and Timber can play as a kind of defensive midfielder.
Can he?
Yeah, he played there for Ajax.
Oh, nice.
When I want to say when we sold Alvarez, he was in that position,
Right. Okay.
did really well, and then signed for Arsenal. Of course, he's now playing left back, but I think he can also drop into the midfield position, which will be good.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
I'm just banking on both. As I
trying to
said,
see-
both of them. Neither of them are like certain starters, but I think they're just good enough to put into the
I'm trying
team.
to see if anyone's picked someone that's Gibbs White is.
Yes.
And then Mbuemo. We haven't spoken about them too.
I've got Gibbs White.
Gibbs White,
Yeah.
Mm.
I think he's on penalties. 6.5 million.
6.5 mil.
I
It's
d-
not bad.
I don't think Forest are going to have as bad season. I've seen people say they're going to get relegated. I don't think
I
so.
backed them to go down,
Nah.
didn't I?
You did, yeah.
I did, yeah.
I don't. I just don't. I
The
think.
strength,
I
of,
think.
strength of teams coming up. I don't
Yeah,
think.
I'm not certain about any of them staying up. To be totally honest,
I think
I think that's-
Leicester, I think Leicester's the only one.
I think
that's a
Leicester's the
worry
only
for
one
me.
that might.
I think Steve Cooper. I don't really rate him as a manager, to be totally honest.
Mm.
I mean, Russell Martin's came up with Southampton, but their squad I don't think looks very good. And Ipswich would probably be my bet if there were to be one of the 3 teams to come up, because I think they've got the best manager.
they
I think
do.
They might be
yeah.
a bit like Luton. You know?
What'd you say?
I feel like Ipswich could possibly have a season like Luton, where if you just go out and just play your own football, just don't get scared of teams. I think out of the 3 of them, I think Leicester probably will stay up. But then out of Ipswich and Southampton, I have more trust in Ipswich because their style of football is so different.
Yeah.
I feel like Southampton kind of play very conservative and are quite easy to read for like bigger teams, can just kind of pick them off.
Southampton don't look any better than when they got relegated last time. They are my favourites to go down.
No, they probably look worse.
And why I picked Pope as my goalkeeper, because they start at Southampton. I watch a lot of Ipswich, so I know their football, very attacking. They've not lost the core of the players that got them promoted, which I think is always a good sign.
Yeah.
And Kieran McKenna is a very smart man who's experienced managing in the Premier League before. Because let's be honest, he was a manager, not Ollie. And people are saying Leicester are going to be in the relegation. Leicester are going to be clear relegation.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Comfortably mid-table or
I don't
higher.
know.
I don't think mid-table, but I think they'll be clear of it.
They had a poor season. This team was too good to go down. Everybody agreed that they were too good to go down. And they've kept
they've lost a
their
lot.
best players
They've
and
lost a
brought in
lot.
better ones.
Yeah.
Like, they are... Steve Cooper does not excite me, no. But is he solid? Yes. Is this team good enough, pretty much under anybody, to stay up? 100%. So I'm not worried at all.
So have any of you guys got any players from the relegated teams?
No.
I've got Amari Hutchinson.
Oh, hang on. No,
Ooh.
From
actually.
last year, I've got
Respect.
Amari Hutchinson.
Respect that.
Yeah,
I like
because
that. I'm gutted we sold him.
I
But
watched him a lot at Arsenal when he was in the academy.
yeah.
I then watched him last season, and he was ridiculous.
Right.
And I think for Ipswich, I think he will be one of their key players.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And
The
I
fact
think
they've got him on a permanent is mental.
yeah, and
That's
I
a good
think
deal.
it's a brilliant deal for them. And I think he's probably one of their best chances of staying up if he
Do
can
we
hit
get
the
30 million
form.
for him?
20, I think.
20 mil.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
I think if he hits the form he was on last season,
Ipswich is just so lucky that you just love FFP profit. With a passion, selling Gallagher, almost selling. He's not gone. Actually, he's come back. But the fact that you were willing to sell Gallagher is a travesty.
and Chalobah even,
Yeah,
just for registration.
Yeah.
If you got
What
if
happened?
you-
Like Cobham, if Cobham is so good, why are you not playing your youth players, man? Like, if it's like, this is what I'm saying. Like, you can bring in all these fancy signings for millions of pounds, but like, you have players coming out of your academy who
Are you going to play Chalobah though? Are you going to
I
start
don't
him?
think he starts.
No, but here's the thing. So
I don't
you-
think he's
you
a good.
sold
I think
him.
he's a decent centre back. I don't think he's good enough.
I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't think Gallagher fits the system that Maresca wants to
Well, he
play.
bought into Dewsbury Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants a
But
more.
also, you
more-
sold
he wants
the
a more-
left back
What's a
as
goal
well.
scorer?
Yeah.
Midfielder.
I mean-
That's what he wants.
Who was
Yeah.
that left back who went to Newcastle as well? He was on loan
Lewis
last
Hall.
season.
Lewis Hall.
Yeah,
Lewis Hall.
he's another one who left back is a position I've found for Chelsea that has been an issue. That he's good enough to be in the team.
Yeah,
and you've gone and sold
but
him.
it's just like absolutely. But it's like you've got if Chilwell's fit, I mean he might go anyway. But
Then you've only got Cucurella, really.
yeah,
But you didn't need to buy Cucurella if Lewis Hall was already there and
Yeah.
breaking into
I
the
think
team.
Lewis Hall wanted to go though.
Yeah,
I think that because like the whole thing when he joined Newcastle was his dad sent pictures into Newcastle where it was him in a Newcastle
Yeah,
shirt.
no,
with
he's,
his-
he's,
right.
he's supported
Yeah.
Newcastle
But that-
since he was a child.
Yeah.
He's
But that's
always wanted.
everybody. Literally, your kind of clubs like
But it's the same with Mount.
Like,
When Mount
when
left,
Mount left,
he
exactly.
wanted
Yeah.
to, he wanted to go to United because he's a United fan.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
and that's your fans' favourite player at the time. It was him.
Yeah,
and
but look at him
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
true, very true.
I mean,
but
the other thing with Chelsea is literally, I was saying to you guys, I feel like me and Carlos could join. We're from South America.
Yeah.
At this point, they're just signing anybody.
I mean,
it's
we've
like,
got
it's
Estavio
ridiculous.
Willian and who's the Ecuadorian?
You got
Kendrick?
and Kendrick. Yeah.
Kendrick, yeah.
Yeah.
Like those two look exciting.
You've also signed like 3 Argentinians that have just gone under the radar as well.
Oh yeah, they've all just gone straight back to Argentina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
That's
also
it's
already
ridiculous.
got Andre Santos, who's on
Yeah.
loan.
He's gone back to Strasbourg.
Angelo is also going on loan. And the only one who actually staying in your team is David Washington.
Yeah.
The one player who doesn't
Who's
have a
gonna
Brazilian name. His name is David
Yeah.
Washington.
But he's playing Premier League 2 football anyway. So
Oh,
yeah.
no.
But
That's what I'm
that's the
saying.
thing.
But
But
he'll just play because he's like 18, 19.
yeah, but
He'll just play in the Premier League 2 and
no, but
then
so
he'll
is
get a
that,
loan
so,
to
yeah.
Wolves,
no, but
and
here's
then
the
he'll
thing.
go
So
to the Championship, and then he'll never play in the Premier League
no,
again.
but so is Angelo. So is Andre Santos. They're both about 19, 20.
yeah.
Yeah.
The same thing happened with Amari Hutchinson. Went on Championship, did
Got
well,
sold.
and sold to them. That's what's going to happen with these players. Unfortunately, the only player I think is good enough to get into that team is Estevan.
Esteban,
He could genuinely start for
Yeah.
Chelsea. Given the Chelsea I know now, Estevan could easily start for Chelsea if he doesn't go on loan.
Yeah, but that's why I think that's kind of why they're letting them stay at these clubs and not bringing them in, like with the Argentinians and
Yeah.
like I think they kind of want to let them develop as they should in their home nation, and then if they are good enough, like hopefully Estavo is.
There is also the reason that the players can't actually join Chelsea until they're 18 anyway.
Yeah,
So it's
which
like
helps.
you're signing them, but they have to stay there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting one.
Cool.
It is good.
Right. So
Let's move back onto FPL.
Should we go through each person's team?
Okay.
I think it's an interesting topic, Chelsea, and I think it's something we should come back to maybe in a couple of weeks. Hint, hint,
maybe
nudge,
on
nudge.
a gold show.
Right.
Potentially on a gold show, or I forget which one we're doing it on now. But there is another. There is a.
We're doing transfers on the gold show.
Not transfers. I'm not talking about transfers.
Ah.
Talking about Chelsea.
Chelsea. Yeah, that'll probably be.
Yeah, I told you about like 2 weeks ago that we're doing it at some point.
Right.
Yeah, we're doing it at some point. I
I
don't know what
think
show
it's
it's going to fit into.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
I find it.
Keep your eyes out. There might be a Chelsea video coming soon when I've told Tom for the third fucking time what we're doing. Let's go for. You're right. Let's go for teams.
Let's go through teams.
Yeah. First of all, I find it so interesting how none of you have Erling Haaland. I know that we.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we
Mention
skipped over
boring.
that. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Boring.
How is it? But the man
It's
had
not
27
boring.
goals,
Boring.
36 the year before.
No.
And also,
the reason I haven't got Haaland in is because I think I can get more points overall.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
I agree.
Especially even if you're captaining Haaland. Let's say you captain him
How much
Ipswich
is
Town
Haaland?
at home game
I've
week
got
2.
Watkins and Palmer
Right, so here's
because
the point.
Watkins and Palmer would have got more last season than Haaland and someone else.
But how much is Haaland, just in general?
15 million.
So he's
Yeah.
a lot of money.
It's a
That
lot
takes
of
up
money.
A lot of
It
your,
does
yeah,
take up a
yeah.
lot of my budget.
The most
That's
expensive player I've got
most-
is Salah for 12.5.
I was going to say I'd rather have Salah in there than Haaland. And also you got to think.
No.
Why not have
Haaland-
both? Why not?
You have both.
Maybe.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
Have you got Palmer as well?
No.
Have
that's
you got
fine,
Watkins?
No.
Okay,
We'll
so
go
that's,
for
that's
his,
what
we'll
we're
go for
saying.
his team, so
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
see
yeah.
where
Yeah.
it's
We've
going.
got
Should we
to-
start with you then?
Right. Okay.
Oh yeah, I want to know this team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got Pickford in goal. I got Dan Burn, Trent, Van de Ven, and Lisandro Martinez. Then I got Gibbs White, Salah, and Jota, and I got Haaland, Solanke, Isaac as a front three.
No Arsenal players is interesting.
No,
No,
so-
yeah.
Given the season they had last year.
I had to leave them
So
out.
have you put more defenders in your starting 11 than...
I have, yeah. I've got 4 at the back. I've got 3 in midfield, and I've got 3 up top.
Interesting.
Okay.
Who's your keeper again?
Pickford.
Pickford.
Okay.
And who's your subs?
They're not great. Let's put it that way.
That's where the money's gone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got Harry Winks,
Jesus
4.5 million. Well, he starts every game.
Yeah.
It'd be 2 points per game, wouldn't
Okay.
Fair enough.
it? Wout Faz from Leicester. He
Yeah.
starts every game, and
Yeah.
then I just picked another 4.5 million. That is it. Kozia Dubry from who signed for Brighton from
Kozia
Arsenal.
Dubry from
yeah.
Arsenal. He's
Yeah.
going to go out on loan.
Yeah. Well, if he goes out on loan, I'll just
Yeah.
either leave him on my bench or just have someone else.
He's
Then-
a good player though.
Like,
He's
Who's
a
your
great
backup
player.
goalkeeper? Sorry?
Liz from Southampton because it was 4 million and
He's
not
not
going
gonna
to
play.
play. Not gonna
Yeah,
play,
no,
so I'm not
he
fast.
didn't play last season.
I just think there are plenty of 4.5 price
He's put
goalkeepers.
four, this is 4 million though.
There must be a 4 million goalkeeper who starts.
No, there's not.
No,
There's
there
not.
wouldn't
Okay,
be.
cool.
No, if there was,
Well,
he'd
there
be in my
is.
team.
There is one, and his name is Matt Turner. Who plays for Forest. 4 million.
He doesn't
I
always
don't
start.
think he's going to play though.
No.
No.
I think he's more likely to play than anybody else.
They bought in that.
Yes, he might be more
Carlos,
likely to play, but zero
Still
to
not.
zero
Yeah.
to zero. It doesn't matter.
He'll play cup games. He won't.
And
play
as soon
league.
as he doesn't start, if he does not start, everyone will transfer him out of the team, then his price will go down. So
Yeah.
you'll lose value.
So basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, cool.
Do you want to do yours, Henry?
I'll
Yeah.
do mine. So my starting goalkeeper is Nick Pope.
Right.
So I'll pay an extra million for him. I think that's fair enough. And he starts at Southampton, obviously, which is
How much is
the
he?
weakest team. It's 5 million.
Okay.
So
same
Southampton,
with
Bournemouth, and then Tottenham. I reckon they've got like, a couple of clean sheets in there.
Yeah.
I've got 2 Tottenham fullbacks in Porro and Udogie, who are both 5.5 and 5 million respectively. I think that's a steal.
I
They
think
get
Udogi's going to flop this season.
Ooh,
Yeah.
shout.
I don't think he's actually as good as everyone thought last season.
I always worry about double defence for a team.
Yeah.
I think it can even go really well or it goes terrible.
I've got no single same team.
Well, I've got a man on the bench who could easily replace Udogie, who I also think is a steal, but we'll get onto him in a
Okay.
second.
I know who that is. He plays for United.
No, he doesn't actually.
No?
No, this is my starting 11.
Oh, sorry.
So Kieran Trippier is in.
Right.
I'm less certain about this one, but again, Newcastle start at Southampton and Bournemouth. So again, quite happy with that. And then finally Dallo, because
Okay.
I think Man United have got 2 good starting games, and Dallo always contributes to goals.
One question:
you're going for
when Delict comes in, you're going to put him in the team.
No, I don't rate centre backs for FPL. I really don't rate centre backs because it's either you get a clean sheet or you get barely any points, and it's like
Okay.
I like a fullback can get loads of assists, so I tend to go for fullbacks,
Fair
especially Dallo
enough.
who can play on both sides.
Fair enough.
I'm
Good
starting
point.
to debate Udogie over someone else.
Yeah.
I'm just saying price.
The regret.
Because I know because I've got a centre back in there. So.
So we haven't signed a DM yet. So I put McTominay in there because he's probably going to play, and he just makes those. And McTominay does score goals. That's just.
I'll stop.
And I'm not Man United biased.
Right, Casemiro, Mainu, Fernandes. That's going to be the midfield three that starts, right?
It might be a bit of a rogue shout, but I think it's a decent
Why not
option.
start
and
Mainu then?
he's only 5 million as well.
Right.
How much is Mainu?
I haven't looked, to be fair.
But then again, you know,
But
he's a holding midfielder.
Yeah, McTominay's more likely to score a goal than Mainu is. So it's Bruno is in there.
Okay.
He is in there. He does get goals and assists. Obviously, he scores penalties, like 8.5 million.
I had him at the start of last season.
Minu's
He frustrated the
5.5.
living daylights out of me.
I might have to think about that. And then obviously I've got Mo Salah because the best.
Yeah.
He's probably the best. Everyone should have him. He's the best.
Nope.
Best shout.
You don't have him?
Fair enough.
You ain't got Mo.
Interesting.
Liverpool have got Ipswich and Brentford to start with as well, so he'll definitely get goals.
Yeah.
And my forwards are Issac, João
Yeah.
Pedro, and Ollie Watkins, which I feel like it's
Isac's a
decent
good
spread.
shout. Isac's good.
It's probably,
Yeah, he's my captain
Yeah.
going week one.
He's been great.
and again, like obviously Villa have got Arsenal on the second day, João Pedro got Arsenal on the third day, but other than that, 3 good fixtures for all of them for the 3 weeks.
Yeah.
My bench, Turner is my backup goalkeeper for 4 million, probably. Look, get hands off. I'm getting to it. Jesus.
Just want to make sure they can hear your beautiful voice.
My beautiful voice can be heard by everybody because it's so beautiful. It doesn't need.
Where are you going with this?
Jesus Christ, my brain is
Where are you going with this? Where are you going?
I have a nice voice. Shut up.
Yes, you do.
Robinson from Fulham as a fullback
Right.
is only 4.5 million.
That's not bad.
Apart from Man United on the first day, 2 really good fixtures after that in Leicester and Ipswich. So if I need to take Dallo out or a doggy out, I can put him in easy peasy. Palmer is in my team. He's on my bench because he starts at Man City, and you're probably going to get dicked because it's Man City.
Then again,
Yeah, but we could also still score.
But he will probably come off the bench and start from match day 2 when you play Wolves, because then he will definitely get goals, and I'll probably bring McTominay out again.
Right, okay, that's interesting.
But I'm thinking for the 13th game against Fulham, we're going to get goals. McTominay's going to play some minutes. He's definitely going to get goals. Like, that's just going to happen. And then obviously I mentioned already Sangare. Just has Forest have good fixtures, and he's 4.5.
Surely he starts over McTominay.
Not for the first week. For the second week he comes in.
What's the teams?
I struggle to see McTominay.
We play Fulham, you play Man City. I think it's a fair shout.
I meant
I'm
Sangare.
Oh, he plays Bournemouth. Sangare plays Bournemouth on the first day.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
But again, Sangare, he's a good pick in there, but again, he's a DM. So I am.
That's all you need for 4.5 million. You just need them to start and they'll get a couple points. If like one of your starting 11 don't play, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
All right. Do you want to do yours, Jamie?
Yeah, sure. So I'll start with Areola in goal.
Nice.
I think it was pretty solid for West Ham, and as we mentioned before, I think West Ham have strengthened and their defence is pretty good. I think it's pretty good with that.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone for a back 3, so I've gone Ake, Timber, and Anderson.
Just not sure Ake will start.
But I think him coming off the bench, I think, will help it for them, and also he can.
But you won't get the bonus, the clean sheet bonus.
Yeah, but I still think, as you said, he can play fullback.
What's his price?
His price is 5.5.
Okay.
So
It's a little bit steep, but I understand why it's steep because he did play a lot of minutes last season.
As I mentioned, I've got Mitchell that I'm happy to bring in.
Yeah.
Because I know he starts.
Yeah.
So my midfield, I've gone, I think 5 in the midfield. I've gone with Kudus,
Yep.
Palmer,
Yep.
Odegaard, Foden, and Salah.
Nice.
Then I've gone for João Pedro and Havertz up front.
Nice.
Backup keeper is Neto. I've then got Mitchell and Matty Cash, and then Mope. I was thinking of maybe swapping out Mope for Bobby Decordova Reid.
Right.
Because I think
like that.
he'll be key for Leicester.
Yeah.
I think he will start for them.
Yeah, he's definitely more nailed on
And
than
he was
Mope.
Yeah.
really good at Fulham, got quite a few goals. So I think at least having him on the bench, I can kind of swap him in when it needs. But yeah,
All right.
I'm kind of banking on midfielders.
Yeah, no,
You know,
no,
I've
totally.
got all attacking midfielders with Kudus, Palmer, Odegaard, Foden, and
You
Salah.
get goals anyway, and those goals are worth more points.
Yeah.
I think
Like
that. Yeah, I think
I
that's.
don't
the
blame
thing.
you.
I looked at him and was like, is there any point really putting a DM in there? Not really. I would maybe have gone for Casemiro, but I looked at him and was like, you know
I
what?
don't think.
No, I wouldn't rely on that.
I don't
Yeah.
think Foden's going to start game week 1. I think Pep's said that he's given the players that were in the final an extended break.
That's why what I was thinking.
So I think
doing.
after game week 1, I think.
I think I was going to swap in maybe even Mitchell for Foden.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think he was going to start. So either him or Cash. Because the thing is, Palace have Brentford, and then Aston Villa have West Ham.
Right.
So I think either one of them could do well. So I think swapping them at least for one of those midfielders. But as I said, I'm just kind of banking on them scoring or assisting more than the strikers.
Yeah.
Because João Pedro does play on the wing sometimes. Havertz plays as a false 9.
Yeah,
Yes, he gets goals, but I think
I don't mind the Havertz pick as long as he starts. I think the first couple game weeks will be fine. It just depends because of the Champions League. Is he going to be starting every 3-4 days?
I don't know if he even starts for them.
Oh, 100% he does.
No, he starts 100%.
Without a doubt.
Who's it going to be? Like
It'll be Havertz up top, won't it?
Yeah, it will be.
Will
It'll be him
will
over
he
Jesus.
plays Jesus? That's
No, it'll be him over Jesus.
No,
it was last season.
Towards the end of the season.
Because the end of the season he was playing
Havertz
midfield.
Havertz was probably our best player.
Havertz was unbelievable, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, like
He's alright.
no, you're gonna say he's all right, but
He's all right.
seriously, mate, he was unbelievable.
Yeah.
He was doing what Firmino was doing in a Liverpool
He wasn't
team.
playing up front towards
He
the end
was
of the season.
brilliant.
He
He
was playing in
was.
midfield.
He was there. He was
Yes, he
literally
was.
the striker.
Midfield 3.
Bro,
No, he wasn't.
not.
That was-
Bro, he played striker for a bit, but he
No,
played back
he
to
was the
midfield.
false 9.
Yeah.
Scored a goal against Tottenham up top
Yeah.
in the
No,
North
'cause-
London derby.
Nah, that
Party
wasn't it.
came in,
Yeah.
and he moved into centre forward,
Yeah.
and then plays a false 9. So we got 2 against
But that was
Chelsea.
like towards the middle of the season, and then at the end
That was
he
the end.
back to
That was
near
literally
the end
the
of
end.
the season.
Up
bro.
top's his best position anyway.
Because
without
Arsenal
doubt.
beat Chelsea, was it?
100%.
At home, he
Yeah.
played, and he was a starting striker.
Mhm.
He starts
That
up
was such
front.
a shit game.
What's that?
It was a 5-0.
Well, that was when Sanchez gave.
Oh, and Nicholas Jackson missed that.
Nicolas Jackson hit the side netting from about a yard.
Remember
Exactly.
that Mark Goldbridge clip?
That was
He's
a 0-0.
useless.
That was at 0-0.
That was after the halfway point.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
It was the last 5 games of the season.
Do you know what that
No, it wasn't.
reminds me of?
It was.
Because we won our last 5 games
The
of the season.
Jackson miss.
Would have been 6
You got-
7 then.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the?
It was before the Villa games. It was about 7.
Who was it? It was in League 1. Oh, Eric Choupo-Moting's miss. Do you know when it was on the line? He basically cleared it off the line.
Oh no, he did that for
for PSG. That's what the Jackson miss reminds me
Oh.
of every time.
I think the Choupo-Moting one is worse.
Oh,
because
Well, the
Wow.
Choupo-Moting one
Yeah.
is definitely matched.
No,
So much.
I think the reason the Jackson
you
one is
miss?
worse. I think the reason the Jackson one is bad is because he had 2. There was one where he hit the side netting from
And he
literally in front of the
skied it as
goal,
well.
and the other one where, let's say this is the goal, Raya is here, he's got all of that and just puts it wide.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a joke. Because
Man,
that
it's a
game
joke.
could have easily gone either way,
still a
and then it was that was at 1-0. So
Yeah.
1-1 going into half time would have been good.
Oh yeah.
Then
Yeah.
you've gone and conceded 4 in the second half.
No,
so
yeah.
it's kind of ruined it.
I still think for 35 million, he's not been a bad transfer,
no,
though, has he?
no.
I think he's been a good signing.
And
At least
also,
you haven't wasted
like-
money on him.
If he keeps his form that he did at the after the halfway point, and just gets better, like he's 21, 22.
He is young.
Like,
I forget he's that young.
He's like, 'cause he just doesn't look it, does he?
No.
Like, there's so many
Well,
footballers who
I
are
just feel
young
like he's been around a
and
lot.
they just don't look.
There is this
young.
thing that there's a lot of African footballers who say they're a certain age, and then it comes
Bro,
out.
Where are you going with this?
No, well, no.
I don't know how you looked at me at that point.
No, I was kind of looking
it's-
around.
I know
No,
what
I
you're
get
talking
what
about,
you mean.
There
It's
are
happened with
lots
Yamal.
of them that have come out and
It
said.
happened with Yamal.
Did it happen with Yamal?
It happened with Yamal. It happened with
Makoku.
Well, yeah, Mukuku. Also
There was
with
the
Ansu
player.
Fati as well.
Yeah.
There was. It's basically anyone it belongs in like Spain. They pretty much just say he's not the same age.
Yeah.
It's a bit ridiculous, to be honest.
So you know,
Yeah.
he could be
I
like
think
he
Jackson
could
is
be
probably
31, and I wouldn't
I
be
don't think
surprised.
he
He's probably 22.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
let's be honest.
Yeah, he's. I'm going to go with what I hope.
Yeah.
So
Shall I do my team?
Yeah.
let's do it.
Finally, I know you guys
have
keep
to.
on yapping.
Oh, yeah.
So
Let's
in
do it.
goal, I've gone with Alisson Becker. Just
Okay.
he's got Ipswich, Brentford, and United first 3 games.
Yeah, so
That should be 3 clean sheets.
Don't even start.
It will be
Like,
free clean sheet. No,
yeah.
I'm joking.
No, I think it should be.
Yeah. Then I've got a back 3 of Gvardiol, Trent, 'cause, I mean it's Trent, and Romero.
Right.
The Romero shit, that's a bit of a.
That's
odd
the one I'm a
but-
bit like.
Who's Tottenham's first games?
So how much is Romero?
Got Leicester,
Spurs,
I think, away.
yeah, Leicester, Everton, Newcastle.
What is
I
Romero's
think they're going to
price?
concede some goals in
Is
that.
it 5.5?
He's 5 mil.
Well, I have a
Well, you
Tottenham
could have a
defender,
dog
but
for that same
I don't know
price.
how good
Yeah,
they actually
Or
are
for
defensively.
for £500,000 more, you could have Pedro, who is probably
Oh.
is a really good shout for £5.5
I think going forward, because I think those games, I think Tottenham won't keep clean sheets. I think
You want to bank on the assists. That's what I always go for. I never bank on a
Yeah.
clean sheet.
you're, with Romero, you're probably going to get a red card instead of that.
Yeah, no,
so
he's more of a play. I haven't finished it.
Fair.
I'm not sure about him. Midfield, I've gone for 4. Kudus, Palmer, Nkunku, Odegaard.
Nice.
okay, it's a
I
good
mean,
4.
yeah, Kudus and Nkunku for 6.5.
Yeah, That's why I went for Kudus.
So good. And then Odegaard's only 8.5, and then Palmer's Palmer. I think
Yeah.
it makes sense. So I've got 3 strikers. One of them I'm a bit iffy about, and I might change as well. Gakpo,
Oh,
How much is he?
7.5.
Yeah, that's expensive.
I don't think he's going to start personally. I think it will be
No.
Diaz, Jota, Salah.
And that's why he's probably going to leave.
Yeah.
Fair.
Leave
But I
my
think
squad.
he's a great player though.
I was
He
very
could have
annoyed
a
about
great
Jota,
season or he could have
actually,
a dead season.
because he did really well. What was it against Sevilla, where he got like a goal and assist, and his ownership went up from like 3% when I had him. Now it's gone over 10%. So like everyone's now seen that he's got a goal and assist, so they're just chucking him in the team.
And then I've got Isaac and Watkins.
Yeah, I feel like most people. Isaac Watkins. Just not to toot my own horn here, but Isaac Watkins, Pedro, I think is the way to go. 100%.
Do you reckon?
3 very reliable
I
strikers.
think
who get
João
lots of
Pedro
goals.
is not
Has he
as
had-
reliable. I know I've got him in my team, but I think he's not as reliable just because he does play out wide quite a lot.
How much of a
If he
full
was-
pre-season has he had?
I think he's missed one game.
He's missed one game.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not too bad.
Because
Okay.
he didn't go Copa America with us, so he had full preseason.
Yeah, and
Missed
somehow-
one game because he was injured.
Okay.
Somehow
But-
Andreas Pereira did, which was mental to me.
Andres Pereira, the first ever person to score for Brazil who wasn't actually born in Brazil,
Really?
because he was born in Belgium.
Oh,
Wow.
I
he's
thought he was
he's-
Italian.
No, he's Belgian.
Weird.
He was going to play for Belgium, then rejected Belgium to play for Brazil.
As you would, to be
Fair
fair.
enough.
No, not at this point.
Really?
Our team.
What, have you
Bra-
seen
Bra-
Belgium's
Brazil,
team?
Brazil's another issue, man. I don't even. I don't
Something
even
more
wanna-
you could definitely get onto in
Yeah.
the future.
100%.
Here's the point. I've got Ajax and Brazil. It's really not looking good at the moment. Come on, man. This
Mate,
football wants me to make me cry.
This is
Like,
my life for the last 10 years, so just live it, love it.
fair enough.
Live
You've
it
got
and love it.
England
like-
and United. Yeah, fair. I feel you.
And then the subs, I've got Areola as my backup.
Good show.
So, yeah, I'm happy with that. Then Elanga as my backup midfielder.
Mhm.
Ola Aina as my backup defender, and Mitchell as well as my backup defender.
Yeah, Mitchell's
I like Mitchell at 5 mil, and Ola Aina at 4.5 is not bad.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we'll see those 2 players in my team at some point, but I think for now I've got
Yeah.
enough that I can kind of spread the money around a bit.
How much
more.
is João Pedro?
5.5.
João Pedro
I think.
is
5.5.
5.5.
So I could get João Pedro and then get a 7.5 million midfielder.
You could.
Ooh.
But I also feel like your midfield is kind of solid, you know. Other than like obviously Langa's on your bench, but those 4 are very, very
Yeah,
good.
but if there's, I'm sure there's a 7 point, like Nkunku and
Who would you get rid of?
Gakpo. And
I'm just.
No, but who would you get rid of in midfield to put in another?
I wouldn't. I'd put João Pedro on the bench.
Okay, I've got a question here. I'm just looking at it now. I'm thinking of taking out Mope, but
Yeah.
the other players I could look at putting in would be someone like Beto for Everton, who started pretty much every game last season.
Didn't get many goals though, and I don't know how I'm
No,
feeling about
he
Everton.
didn't. He
I
didn't
reckon
play that much.
DCL might start.
I think he'd
Yeah.
probably be
That's the
Calvert-Lewin.
thing.
But does he
then-
go to a 4-4-2?
But then he's 6 million, I think. Calvert-Lewin.
Yes, here's the thing. So I was thinking of maybe taking out someone else to bring in
Yeah.
a bit more money, and then maybe putting someone like Tony in.
Tony is
Because an
7.5.
extra, an extra 2.5 million. I could
I
maybe.
think Mateta's being slept on as well.
Yeah, it's 'cause
you know what? I was
he's,
literally about to say that.
He's at the Olympics, so
Yeah.
so he's going to be delayed a bit to come
Yeah.
back. So
So-
he's not available. I don't think.
I
was
also
thinking of
worry-
taking out probably one of the midfielders because I think a lot of attacking midfielders. I don't know. I feel like I could probably just.
I
change
also
that.
worry with Palace. Obviously, they've lost Elise, and that's going to affect their creative abilities. I also worry if Mateta is
I just
purple patch. It could just be a purple patch. I get it's the same
no, I
thing
think
with
Mateta will
Solanke. I'm
continue.
just like,
I'm getting Eze. I just realised. I don't know why none of us have picked him.
Yeah.
He's gonna
I
be
think
their
he's a
star
good
man.
option.
how
He's
much-
7 million,
Yeah.
and then I
That's
can
not
get
bad.
select replacement, and then I
But
can
what
get
what is it
Porro.
that they've got? Is it Champions League football? Is it Europa League football? What?
Who's that?
Oh, 5 mil.
Palace.
Damn.
Palace. Palace have got no European football.
Palace finished 11th. They've got no European.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh man,
They finished 11th consecutively for the last 8 years. It's impressive.
I think they'll
Have
be.
they
All,
actually?
I think they'll be all right.
It's fin- 'cause
They'll be fine.
Oh, sweet! I've just
They'll
completely
do
sorted my
decent
team.
this year.
out.
Because I'm worried. In my head they had European football because of how well they finished the season, but they
No.
don't.
Nah.
No, because they were near relegation,
Oh,
then
that's
finished so well.
No, they
I've
said
just realised Matty Cash
Finish-
is
just-
4.5
this
mil.
doesn't affect
That's
me at
good
all,
for
Shane.
him.
That's good value for money. Yeah.
I think Matty Cash for 4.5.
This is free transfers, right?
Talk us through. So Pedro Porro in for Romero,
Yep.
Elanga out and Eze in.
And then
Gakpo out. I think that's a good set of transfers.
Yeah, I'd do
I'm
it.
happy with that.
I think each one of those is an improvement actually. Weirdly, because I think João Pedro is better than Gakpo as an option in this. Because he's more likely to play minutes.
Gakpo is an interesting one.
It means I have 5 midfielders, 5 very good attacking midfielders.
Gakpo's either
that's
going to
what I've got.
crush it and he plays every game, or he's just not going to play.
Yeah, and I struggle with his in terms of form across. Well, we played pre-season that we drew 0-0 to Las Palmas behind closed doors with a second team because we played 5 hours before against Sevilla, and we drew 0-0. Nunez had a really poor game. I don't think Gakpo played very well. So whilst Diaz scored 2 goals in front of an Anfield crowd.
Well, he might be going to City, so that's a whole other thing.
Well, that is the most bizarre rumour I think I've ever seen in my life. I woke up and saw a post, I think it was like in the afternoon or the evening actually, saw like Fabrizio Romano saying, the rumours that Luis Diaz is going to Manchester City is absolutely false. And I was like, wait, what? What rumours? I was like, I haven't seen anything. I was like, what's going on here?
I think I'm going to change.
He's cooking. He's been sat there cooking slowly.
I think I'm going to...
We've got another transfer, no trade.
We've got another trade. We've got trades live on the podcast.
So
we should do, because FPL have a feature of a draft thing, because we did it last year kind of privately. We should look into that again, because that was good.
I'd rather just do the FPL.
It's another thing to do.
Yeah. So I've got a question here. So I'm going to pick one more West Ham player,
right?
But I've only got one more position, or like one more. I can only pick one of 2 of the players. I'm either looking at Paqueta for 6 mil or Fulkrug for 7.
I thought Paqueta was a shout because he's going to start.
Yeah, but then I've got Fulkrug for 7, which is also I think pretty good because he's going to start.
Paqueta, how much is 6?
Paqueta 6.
That's not bad.
Paqueta is cheaper, and I think Paqueta is more likely to get goals and assists. Fulkrug could be amazing, or he could flop.
He's more of a gamble.
He's had one good year.
That leaves me with 7 million for another striker.
Exactly.
And the other strikers that are 7 would be Jesus, Richarlison, Xerxes.
Xerxes is going to get minutes because
Hoyland's
got an injury, so Xerxes is going to start the first game.
I think Jesus is the better option out of him or Xerxes.
But he might not start.
I actually disagree here. I think Fulkrug's the better option.
Yeah, but look,
but I can't because I have to have one of Paqueta.
Yeah, but
or him.
okay, but if you could, I would choose. I'd go for Fulkrug. I think because I think he's going to be playing deeper.
Also, your options at striker aren't very good if you go with Paqueta, but I'm sure you could get.
Let me see another thing. I've only got 6 million for another midfielder.
Hudson-Odoi at 5.5, I think, is brilliant for Forest.
Is it?
I was surprised you didn't have him in. You had Elanga in over him.
He was in my flop of the season.
He's a knobber.
Somerville,
but he's gonna be. I'll tell you, he's a good price.
I've got Joelinton for 6, which could be.
He's not attacking enough. I know he's an attacking midfielder, but he doesn't get goal contribution.
So Newcastle would do well, but I wouldn't give Joelinton as an option.
I'm going to put Bobby Decord over Reed in, and just leave me with 0.5.
In the last, so we're talking about Fulkrug, right? Obviously, last year in the Bundesliga, he got 12 Bundesliga goals. Before that, he got 16. Fair enough. Before that, he was in the Bundesliga 2. Before that, it was 6. Before that, it was 4. Before that, it was 3. Before that, it was 14, and then before that, it was 5. It was 5 in the Bundesliga 2. So what I'm saying is he's not a consistent goal scorer. He had a great year last year, and
have you checked Paqueta?
Well.
Have you checked Paqueta though?
I will, but I don't think it's.
But he's going to be playing. He's going to be dropping in. He's not going to be a part of the front 3. He won't be a part of the front 3.
Paqueta?
No,
he will be playing.
He'll be
actually, to be fair, I might
with Guido Rodriguez.
We're still banking on
Alvarez.
We're still banking on waiting to see what the outcome is for the whole betting scandal and stuff.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like he could be gone.
Yeah, I think I've chosen the team, so I'm going to.
Paqueta scores less.
So 8 and 7. Yeah, but he's a midfielder, brother.
Yeah, assists count as well, though.
Yeah, but 8 and 7,
had 8
and 5 and 7 in the Premier, and this is in the Premier.
He had more goals and assists.
Yeah, but Fulkrug has been doing that in the Bundesliga 2.
Yeah, but the past 2 seasons he's got. What did you say?
Last season he got 12 and 14.
And he's goals and 8 assists.
That's in Bundesliga.
I would be baffled if Mikel Antonio started over.
Fulkrug. No,
it's not going to happen. He's going to be guaranteed minutes.
Let me clear this up. Fulkrug will start.
Yeah.
I just don't know if he's going to be any good.
Yeah,
and I'm not.
But I just think the options that he's being left with at striker
are
not good enough.
I've made a decision, so I'm going to take out Aki for Trent.
Yeah.
I'm going to take out Mopé for Fulkrug, and I'm going to take out Foden for Decord over Reed.
Yeah, I prefer those.
Because I am happy to see a Man City player getting left out, so we'll be happy with that.
I think the obvious reason is Ake. Trent will start.
Yeah.
I think Mopé. Once again, it's not about start, but I think Fulkrug will have a better impact.
Mopé won't do anything. I'm confident Mopé won't do anything.
And then Foden, just because, I said, he's going to miss at least a few games.
Yeah.
So
fuck Man City.
Fair. Which means.
And on that note, that is our FPL teams.
Yeah.
Make sure you're joining the league. What is the code again, Lloyd?
Oh,
Spit it out.
Not giving
I don't know it off by heart, guys.
One more time, and you might.
That's not good enough, been asked.
Where is the code? Where?
But yeah, make sure you join the league. We need to announce the awards for the winner. Sorry, that was a bit. We didn't do that at the start. Yes, so the winner.
Yes, what is the winner?
The winner gets to come on the podcast.
Oh, do they?
Yes.
Oh shit.
The winner gets to come on the podcast, and we'll buy them a pint at Box Park.
Yes, we will.
So
Apparently.
Yes,
Am I paying for this point, or are you paying for this
It'll
point?
come out of the business. This is business expense.
Nice, tax free. Tax free.
Got it sorted already.
Tax free Muller. I love it.
Yeah, it'll come out of the business account.
Nice, cool.
Yeah.
All right then.
Good, because I am broke as shit.
I just need to look at the start. I'm going to change my starting lineup now because I've just realised I might have screwed myself.
Wait, so has the business account got more money than you have?
Yes.
Oh, good.
I am.
no.
Yes.
But it's not much. No.
I'll tell you off camera, but yeah, no. It's not good.
That's fine.
But I'm going to get paid in what?
End of the month.
End of the month. So what's that? Another
Not
30.
even halfway.
In a half month time.
Halfway there.
But I've already earned it because they basically the pay works like half of a month to half of a month. So I've already earned it. So by the time I get to payday, I would have already earned a half a month more.
Oh, you get paid per month?
Yeah.
I get paid per week.
You
Yeah, but
lucky
you
son
work
of a
in
gun.
hospitality.
Yeah, I know, but it's still.
That's the one thing about I
No,
would
yeah,
want to
no, so
work
here's
in
the thing,
hospitality.
when I
but
work
that's
at Ajax, I get paid per month.
Yeah.
Whereas working like hospitality at the moment, it's paid per week.
Yeah. So when I worked in hospitality, it was per week, and
Yeah, that's
now
better.
I'm full-time employed.
you are indeed.
You
Yeah.
are.
By Eastbourne.
Eastbourne
put in a good
Borough
word for me, by the
Football
way?
Club.
I need to speak to both of you, but or technically all three of you, to get a word in your clubs to get me a job as a recruitment.
I don't think you're going to want to come to Ajax every week.
I'd also don't
I
think you're gonna wanna
wouldn't.
come
I
to
wouldn't care,
Eastbourne
mate.
every
I'll take
week.
whatever.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll do it. Genuinely,
No,
I've applied, guys.
change
I have got a list of contacts of every single club from League One all the way down to the National League South.
Oh,
I've
right.
got a
That's
contact
where
for
my
every
team is.
single club. You are my
Fair
contact for
enough.
that
Right,
club,
yeah.
and you are
Oh.
my contact for that club. So
I can get you contacts at some clubs. I know some people, so.
is that a
Anyway,
recruitment?
this is probably not
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
podcast.
No,
No.
coming to think of it, we've
No, it
diverged, haven't we?
Yeah. I was about to wrap up the podcast.
Sorry,
Wait,
I
I have the code now.
Yes, we got the code.
let's get the
Forgot about
code in.
Forgot about that.
The code is FN2T9G, all lowercase.
Perfect.
So, there
Thank you
go.
very much, guys. Well, if you did enjoy, do like the video and subscribe if you're new around here. We are growing faster than ever. No, we're not.
We're not slowly growing.
No, we still. The thing is, though,
steady.
we
We
had.
can't tell them we're not. That's the point.
They can see the numbers.
Yeah, but like at least.
No, the thing is, we
Full sense
actually
of
have been
security.
growing,
Fair.
even without
Yeah.
clips.
Yeah,
Fair
like,
enough.
which is actually quite nice
Steadily.
to see. Subscriber count keeps on ticking over every day.
exactly.
Happy days. Yeah, check out all of our socials for the clips. We're bringing the clips back. They're coming back, and there's going to be a lot of them. So you do want to
slightly
follow
too many.
so that you don't miss any. And also, it means it's like you can watch the full podcast, or you can watch the clips, or you can watch both. I literally don't mind.
Well, no, we do mind. Watch all of them.
Okay, watch all of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say you want to go for everything.
Watch everything of our content. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Shower us with lovely comments.
Buy
Give
the
us
merch.
money. Buy the merch. Yeah, just be a super fan. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Get the channel membership, which is we're trying to set that up properly. We've got somebody working on that. So yeah, do everything. Be a super fan.
Just do everything.
Just don't come to my house. Please.
Thank you
That's
very
the
much,
one thing.
guys. Cheers. That's sweet. Nice.
I did edit on "Don't come to my house."